She cried every night, worried about how her disability would affect her retirement plan. Oh, this makes me so mad. You freaking scoundrels out there, not you who are watching this video, the people pushing this freaking monstrosity of fear porn that no one can retire, that you need 8 million bucks, you freaking scoundrels. Oh, so I'm talking to these guys. Oh, man. Salt of the earth. Met young. The husband was in the army at one point. Met his wife, Southern, and had young kids when they're young. Worked his same old job for, he's been, 30 years. She worked at a job for 30 years. Don't spend a lot of money. Drive a 2014 cars, you know what I'm saying? And she got a back pain, massive back pain, debilitating back pain. And she was put on disability by her insurance company. And then and then their insurance company a couple years later says, we're canceling the disability insurance. And she was getting a pretty good amount of money because she made decent money working. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't making $10,000 a month or anything like that, but it was enough to pay the mortgage. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so just gets a letter in the mail. We're canceling your disability. We have a doctor who thinks you can get another job. Basically moving, freaking picking up sticks out in the backyard or something like that. Anyway, the point being is, so that her mortgage payment that was disability covering is no longer, if that makes sense. She's not working. So disability doesn't pay 100% of your income, by the way. Just keep that in mind. It's usually 60%. So she would rather be working, but her back is such an excruciating pain. My brother has that sometimes where he can't even get out of bed. It hurts so much. About 2 or 3 months ago, I remember I was playing basketball with my son, Liam, and I was using these, I thought they weren't basketball shoes. They were like hiking shoes to play. And I don't know if that hurt my back or not, but man, for about a good solid week, my back was a major pain. And I wasn't sure if the shoes, where I was doing these pull-ups where you kind of pull and you let go of you're pulling up, and as you're pulling up, you're like letting go, and like you're pushing. I can't really explain what I'm trying to say, but you're pulling up and you're letting the momentum pull you up, and you're letting go of the bar, so it's like you're kind of jumping while you're pulling up. You're like that. I'm not sure if that hurt my back. That was a good exercise, but man, either way, for about a week, I was really nervous. I was like, my back hurts. It's not getting better. I couldn't sleep at night. It sucked, dude. I was actually quite scared. I remember laying down. I was like, oh, I just get some relief, and it just went away. I'm not sure if it was the basketball shoes that pulled. I don't know, but whatever that was, that sucked. You couldn't get relief. There's like nothing you do to get relief. Anyway, so the idea that the insurance company said, yeah, we're just gonna pull it. You're good. You can go back and pick up sticks, and it was or some freaking meaningless job. And the crazy thing is, and so she's like in blind panic, like, oh my goodness, she didn't say this, but yeah, this is going to affect our retirement plans. And so I'm crunching numbers for her and her husband, and not even close, because they're just this is just the whole point, man. They just don't spend that much money. They still got a small mortgage, but they just don't spend that much. It's always the same case. Probably spending $50,000 a year when all is said and done, when the mortgage is paid off. They're doubling up on their mortgage payments. And I've just said that the industry has allowed this freaking pure as winter as snow woman to be that worried about her future retirement plan. 1 second. Where she's in literal tears. It friggin' pisses me off. It's evil. It's evil. I mean, their Social Security alone is going to cover their expenses once the mortgage is paid off. I freaking hate this. I hate it with, I hate that people are so conditioned that by whatever it's not even I hate to say the media, because it's just the aura, the ether of this. We've allowed it to just so, basically fiat. Owen Benjamin talks a lot about fiat. Let's take a look at what fiat means. Fiat is a Latin word that is often translated as "it shall be" or "let it be done." In English, it is used to refer to an authoritative decree or an order. God proclaimed, "Let there be light. I speak it into existence." Fiat currency. I speak it into existence so it exists. Obviously the Federal Reserve isn't God. God says, let there be light, and it becomes light. It's a fiat. So it's like this fiat of paranoia and just incredible, um, scary thinking about just debilitating fear when it comes to retirement. It's like a fiat. It's been spoken to existence, not based on God's word, not based on anything other than somehow it got spoken into existence. Where this poor lady crying every night or crying all the time. Freaking husband's crushing. They're crushed. Their kids are crushing. Everybody's crushing. Got a small mortgage, no debt, saving up money. It literally makes me sad. I feel like crying. I feel like punching the wall and crying at the same time. And I'm just sitting there thinking, and they paid me money. They paid me money because they're like, I hate to even take it. I'm not literally don't hate to take it. I'm happy to take it, but they paid me money. I'm sitting there thinking, this is insanity. There's no way these guys are ever run out of money. Not going to happen. And yet she was so worried, probably of letting her husband down. And the husband is a nice guy. He wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe, Martha, you're not one like that at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Husband's like, I don't want her to ever have to work again because her back is so much pain. You can just see, they just love each other. It's freaking great. It just makes me tear up just how much this guy loved his wife and how much he did not want her to be in pain or to feel emotionally damaged because she wasn't pulling her weight or something like that. He didn't say that, but the implication, of course, that she probably felt like she's not pulling her weight. I'll never forget when Charlotte and I were just newly married. I went to Vanguard, and then I quit Vanguard. I worked some crappy old job. It was a bad job, dude. These scumbags. And I quit because I was like, these guys, this place is a clown show. And this is before I found my way to Charles Schwab. And I was in between jobs. I couldn't find anything. I remember I went to Home Depot and applied. This when we lived in Phoenix. And they're like, you got a college degree? I said, you're overqualified. I said, well, I was in the Army, I was in the infantry. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not afraid of labor. I'll be a freaking yard boy. I don't care. They said, we got a college degree. I remember coming home, and Charlotte thought it was kind of funny. She goes, and I got mad at her. It's like, because I was depressed. I said, I can't believe I can't get a job at Home Depot. What the hell? I mean, that's not, I'm a working guy. I couldn't find anything. That, I'll never forget. It was like about a 3-week time. I could not find anything. It was depressing. But I remember I got mad. I was like, why are you laughing? I said, I couldn't get a job at Home Depot. She goes, well, who cares? Don't worry about it. Because she was working. And she was working a crap old job too, it turns out. It was a crap old job. But she was making money. She could, she's a lot more tolerant than I am of being able to put up with it. So, she's like, I can keep doing this until you find something. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like I was letting her down. I'd never been that depressed. I never thought about doing anything physically to myself. I never thought about that. But it's like, when you feel like you're letting people down, it sucks, dude. And you can rationalize it all day long. The other people can rationalize, oh, you're not doing it. You still feel like you're not pulling your weight. I'll literally never forget, because I remember I was a big brother, and I remember it was in between jobs, and my little brother Alex, and I was taking him to Jack in the Box. I remember like it was yesterday. I just remember it's like right down the street, so we could walk there when we lived in Central Phoenix. I just remember thinking like, this is Charlotte's money I'm spending on Jack in the Box. You know what I'm saying, for Alex. And Charlotte liked Alex. Alex is a good kid. But I'll never forget, it's like, I felt like such a loser, dude. And then I finally found I got a temp job working Arthur Anderson. I met this guy who went to Schwab, who's still at Schwab. And he recruited me to come over to Schwab, and it all worked out, obviously. But I wasn't panicked like I can't work retirement. I was panicked because I didn't feel like I was keeping my weight. And this lady was so panicked, like, it's going to blow a hole in our retirement plan when they cancel our insurance. No, it won't, not at all. And because we did the baseline number, say you have to pull out of your 401k early. Well, you're disabled. Can the IRS prove that you're not disabled and charge a 10% penalty? I suppose they could do anything. IRS can do whatever they want. Will they? I doubt it. Because she's not 59 and a half, and she left her job before 55. So the idea is that she'll have access to her 401k. to cover her mortgage payment because they're doubling up on her mortgage. And once the mortgage payment is done 5 years from now, they're freaking living large on just this guy's income, which isn't huge. They're not making six figures, this guy, because they don't spend that much. So it's always about spending. Anyway, insurance company, you know who you are. You can kiss my big fat behind. You suck. All there is to it. All you freaking naysayers about retirement planning, you all suck. You kiss my big fat behind. Yeah, you all suck. And I can't say I hate you, even though God does say hate, but I'm not God. But I despise you so thoroughly. Despise you so much how you allow this to be permeated, percolated, whatever the word is, into our society. Is freaking, you are all scumbags. Not you, the audience. You guys aren't. You guys are crushing, kicking ass, taking names are great. The big players, though, who want you to still grind, who then use you and spit you out as if you're not made of God's image. So I was talking to the guy, too. I was like, the funny thing is, because he's had a good career at this company, and they treat him right. And we both said, yeah, they'll treat you right until they don't. You know what I'm saying? He goes, oh, I know. They've laid people off before that thought they had us, they thought they were squared away. Turns out they were just expendable just like everybody else. You're not expendable to God. You're not expendable to your family. Your family will always be there for you. So no matter what you feel, no matter how dire the situation is, you're not expendable, man. Not expendable. That's all there is to it. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you.